This week we're taking you behind the scenes at the luxurious Swan and Dolphin Resort at Walt Disney World.
We've shown you how most of the theme parks do the holidays, and now we're going to show you how this resort celebrates in high style.
I can't wait. Let's get it started.
Roll it. Hey everyone, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Banks, thrilled to be coming to you from what I would call a fantasy vacation destination.
We're lucky to get a sneak peek behind the scenes this week here at the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Resort.
Now think of this as the show's tribute to lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Sweet, old school. It is such a crime that Robin Leach isn't on TV anymore. Anyway, nobody does holidays quite like this place.
Now, instead of bringing that snowy, rustic Christmas feel to vacationers, the Swan and Dolphin just so happens to be Santa's favorite resort.
Hey, everyone needs a break sometimes, right?
It's truth. Now check out how Santa kicks back and enjoys the holiday season Florida style with vacationers.
Is it just me, or does Robin Leach and Tim Curry sound like they could be cousins?
Wow, I never even thought about that.
Right? Like identical.
Oh, you know, this is also my favorite resort
that's
too.
pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Look at how high up it goes.
Yeah, I like how it triggers on all the different shells.
It's so pretty.
Here, the
And
dolphins.
we've got the dolphins out front here, ground level, lovely.
I always feel so classy coming here.
It is, it's a very fancy, chic place.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Love this.
Where do you think
Beautiful.
you can get a tree like this, Banks?
I don't think they have this in Walmart. I would have seen it. Oh, look at the train. Oh, it says dolphin on
And
it.
it's got gifts. Do you think they're real? Probably not, right? The poinsettia? Do you think they're real flowers?
I don't know. They look very convincing. I wonder if they might be real.
Quite some time now.
You look very cozy.
Oh, this is wonderful. I love coming here. It's so relaxing, and it's so much warmer than the North Pole.
I was gonna say, you're all
Absolutely.
decked out in your
Well,
summer clothes. You brought your reindeer here.
When you're at the beach, what can I say?
Lucky for- And these are just good to eat
Yep.
straight out the bag.
Well, you just
I am standing here with my peppermint coffee and my chestnuts that were roasted on the grill over there. We just came from seeing Santa Claus. He's here in Orlando on vacation before, the next couple weeks are going to be busy for him in the North Pole. So cool to see all these little kids running right by me. They are so excited to go see Santa. These roasted chestnuts, I'm just peeling the shell. I've never had one of these before, so I'm excited. Really good. Tastes like a chestnut, but definitely warm. Such a cool little snack. What a treat.
Last week we reported that the Jaws ride would be closing at Universal with the rumor of another Harry Potter area being built in its place. Well, that rumor looks to be more and more possible. Universal has announced that they're bringing the Wizarding World of Harry Potter to Universal Studios in Hollywood. But more important to us here in Orlando, they said they will be expanding the Wizarding World here at Universal Orlando as well. Now, while details of the expansion and an exact location were not announced, executives have said it will be significant. Stay tuned for more details. This year, the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is presenting its first ever Holidays in Space. Special holiday activities include a space skating rink, carolers, and a Santa Claus meet and greet. Visit kennedyspacecenter.com for additional info. Site work has begun on the now officially announced Disney Vacation Club Tower at the Grand Floridian Resort. For tons of photos and more, check out our website. The newly named Katsura Grill opened last week at the Japan Pavilion in Epcot. The new theme features strolling gardens at the Katsura Imperial Villa outside Kyoto, Japan. USA Olympic medalist David Oliver threw the switch to light the Lego Christmas tree last week. Christmas Bricktacular is going on now at Legoland, Florida, so check out our video of the tree lighting on our website. And don't forget to visit our website all week long for the latest news at attractionsmagazine.com.
The dining here is so enjoyable that they actually call it entertainment cuisine. There are 17 restaurants that range from 24-hour family style to 4-star restaurants like the ones behind us.
And please pardon the pun here, but I just want to give you a little food for thought. Yeah, they even provide daycare for couples desperately in need of a date night.
And you don't have to be a guest at the resort to come and dine here.
Exactly. As you can see, they take their food here pretty seriously.
Part of the entertainment cuisine includes some incredibly sculpted chocolates.
Yes, and I'm going to interview the pastry chef about that here. Maybe he'll give me a little sample.
Maybe get some for me too.
I'll try. I might eat it all though. Sorry. All right, I am here with Laurent Branlard. He is the executive pastry chef here at the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin. How are you, sir?
Very good, thank you.
Now, you were in charge of making this chocolate sculpture behind us here. Now, how long does it usually take to make a sculpture like this?
Well, it can take, depending on how often you work every day on it, but basically for the 3 big parts on the back, it took around 3 weeks. And for the train, 3 weeks as well, because even if it looks smaller, it's also a lot more details on it.
Speaking of details, are there a lot of like little hidden details that people may not notice when they first look at it?
Well, it's all different techniques that are combined. I mean, details. I like to talk about the wheels, for instance, because a wheel, it's not super easy to make. So I had to make different parts of it, and then assemble them, and then polish them, and to make them look like a wheel, basically. It's a lot more complicated than make, for instance, a flat piece. Or wheels are kind of tricky to make, and also all the little parts of the mechanism, for the bolts and all of that. The bolts are basically used an ancient technique, that's something I knew for a long time. It's taking a real bolt and making a print of the bolt in cocoa powder. So, I mean, we've been using that in the past just to remake all the keys, and things like that. So that's the technique I've been using. So often people ask me, they say, are they real bolt or no? They just look like a real bolt because it's basically their own print. And after we just put a little bit of a silver luster on it, so it makes them look like metal a little bit. So that's what it is.
That's great. Now, how many different types of chocolate do you use to make all this?
Well, on that one, there's only one type. I mean, one type. When I say one type, is the dark chocolate. Then we have some areas we have white chocolate, and also the cocoa butter, because the cocoa butter is used a lot for the coloring process as well, because that's what we're gonna mix the color with, and then spray it on the chocolate. That's how we use it.
Okay. And now, when Christmas is over and they take down decorations, what do you do with the sculptures?
Well, because it's so big, because, remember, we are close to, there's about 1,500 pounds of chocolate right here. So what we do, we keep it for next year, because chocolate is a dry ingredient. It's never going to go bad, That's something people don't know very, very well, but chocolate can be kept for a long time without getting bad.
Laurent, thank you very much for talking to us. This is an amazing display. I love it.
Thank you very much.
So Banks, Banks.
Oh, sorry.
As if this display wasn't amazing enough with all the colors and details, This holiday display is designed entirely out of chocolate and fondant. Everything you see behind us here is edible, chocolate, everything.
I am not responsible for anything I may touch, take, or eat right now.
I won't tell anyone.
There's a lot of chocolate in this display right here. In fact, there's 132 pounds of both milk and white chocolate. There's 123 pounds of cocoa butter and a whopping 1,065 pounds of dark chocolate.
Oh, I love dark chocolate, right? And that's the stuff that's good for you, right? Packed
Right,
with
yeah.
antioxidants.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll search for a little bit of dark chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate good for you. Yeah.
3 million calories. If I were to consume this entire display, 3 million.
Ooh.
That's a lot. Are you all right?
I'm gonna go in a diabetic coma just thinking of that.
Seriously, right? Right? Well, I think we'll stick to the milk and cookies.
Shall I go get a fork
but-
though? We can get started right now.
All right.
3 million. We can walk that off in a day at Epcot.
Absolutely. This resort's huge. So that's a good call, Banks. I like it.
All right, I'll go get the fork.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot more than meets the eye here at Swan and Dolphin. Designer Michael Graves crafted every nook and cranny of this resort with careful intent. So let's take a look at some of the architectural secrets that you may not notice at first glance.
Last week we shared some insights from Simon Veness, co-author of the Brit's Guide to Orlando. For all our viewers in the UK, we wanted to treat you to part 2 of Simon's insights this week. Consider it our early Happy Christmas to you.
This is the Brit Guide to Orlando. It's an annual publication. We rewrite it every year from scratch. It's available in any good bookshop in the UK, especially on places like Amazon and online. So you really can buy it just about anywhere in the UK that sells books. Just to start with, the idea of a theme park is complete here in Orlando. It is a theme park. It's not an amusement park. We have 2 or 3 major amusement parks in the UK, but they don't have anywhere near the depth and the complexity of theming that we have here. We see from Disney, we see it from Universal, we see it at Busch Gardens, and we see it at SeaWorld. They are really complete immersive environments, and there is nothing like that. Certainly in the UK, I mean, even you struggle in Europe to find an out-and-out really complex and deep theme park. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I think, has been a huge, it's been a huge hit for everybody, but the Brits really, really like Harry Potter. They feel kind of it's their thing. It's a British institution, but the fact that it's been brought to life here in such depth and with such vivid interpretation of both the books and the films, people are really blown away by that experience, and they go in, they really do enjoy, they get Harry Potter, and they really enjoy that experience that they get from the Wizarding World. The answer is nothing really. They do a fantastic job of making people feel welcome and being friendly and just talking to people. We love to hear the American accent here and the friendliness of it all. And when we go to places like Boggy Creek Airboats and one of their guides, the drivers, is talking to people in the real southern accent, the Brits are like, whoa, oh, this is really cool, we like this, just keep talking. For people that have never been here before, it's the biggest eye-opener they'll ever have in terms of travel, simply because it's so big and it's so complex. They really don't know what they're getting into the first time around. Even people that have been here 4 or 5 times still, struggle coming back again to get back into the stride of things. People coming in here for the first time have no concept of how large Walt Disney World is. 47 square miles, which is the size of Greater Manchester for anyone that lives, in the northern part of England. It's a big place. You don't walk anywhere, ideally. You get around by car. You have to get used to, it takes time to get from one park to another. The scope of the place is huge, and then the detail is even better. And when people get right up close with the theme parks and virtually everything else here, they're blown away by the detail and also the service ethic that comes with being here. That's another key aspect that the Brits like when they come here. The service is so good and it's so consumer oriented. Everyone's really out to make sure that people have a good time. Orlando is the most unique travel destination in the world. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Nowhere has as much on offer year round and with as much complexity and as many different ways to do it. I mean, just trying to buy tickets for the parks is an exercise in geometry and mathematics at times. You're trying to measure up, do I need the flex ticket? Do I need the 2-up bonus? Do I need the 4 Magic Your Way? It's bewildering, and I really feel sorry for some of these poor people coming in for the first time, because it's absolutely baffling as to what you need for this amazing experience.
Season's greetings, everyone. It's Regina here with your weekly travel tip. Orlando offers a multitude of attractions during the holidays. Many of the theme park's attractions are free with park admission, but park admission isn't cheap. In addition to the theme park events, check around and you'll find many free and low-cost fun things to do all around the Central Florida area. A great example is right here at the Gaylord Palms. In addition to ice featuring Shrek the Halls, Kung Fu Panda's awesome snow, Gingy's gingerbread decorating, and the DreamWorks 3D theater featuring Puss in Boots, the already beautiful hotel becomes even more spectacular during the holidays. For just the price of parking, you could spend hours walking around the resort, marveling at the Christmas decorations, and they offer complimentary stage entertainment and visits with Santa.
Hi, I'm Steve Barrett, and I literally wrote the book on finding hidden Mickeys at the happiest place on earth. This one is very challenging and tough to find. Look for some vines outside the rear lobby doors at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and you may find a Mickey who decided to take a cue from some of the animals and camouflage himself very well. You may have to squint to find this one.
I have to tell you, this was really a fun shooting day.
Well, we saw an entire train made of chocolate, and it kind of changed my life.
Just think of the possibilities, Amanda.
What do you mean?
Well, if they can make a train out of chocolate, what's next?
Well, I'm hoping America's top scientists are working on that right now.
Yeah, me too. In the meantime, you can join Heather and Mike next week for our Christmas special featuring tacky holiday sweaters.
They'll be letting you live vicariously and taking you to some of the Christmas events we haven't covered yet this year.
They're going to show you Epcot Candlelight Processional, the Osborne Lights at Hollywood Studios, and just give you a generally uninterrupted look at events we usually edit down for the sake of time.
Think of it as another one of our gifts to you.
I was actually just going to give you guys a gift card. Steak and Shake or World of Disney.
Now, if you're on holiday break, kick back and enjoy a marathon of the show by going to channel 300 on Bright House or 340 in the Tampa area.
But remember, you can also watch the show on iTunes and YouTube as well in high definition.
There has been so much breaking theme park news this week, and you never know when there will be more that'll pop up. So check out our website at attractionsmagazine.com all week long, and you can also get all the latest on our free iPhone and iPad app.
Now, one of the best things about the Swan and Dolphin is that you can walk to Epcot or hop a boat to Disney's Hollywood Studios or vice versa. So Amanda, where should we go next?
Oh, let's go see the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights at Hollywood Studios.
That is a great idea. Let's go. Oh, yeah, don't forget to
have fun. Oh, I won't.